September 21st, back at it. So there's Jeff and Jack. We got a 75-mile hike planned. We just stayed last night at Beach Hill Hostel. It's pretty nice. And then today we got like a 10-ish mile day, right, Jeff?
Yep.
And the only problem so far that we're looking at in the planning stages is water. So it's been a bit of a drought. We'll see how it goes. But man, it's good to get back together with you guys. Get out here. I didn't film the first like mile or two of hiking because it was like a gigantic traffic jam down there. But we finally got out into the woods. Here we are. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we got Virginia Triple Crown this trip. So McAfee, Tinker Cliffs, and Dragon's Tooth. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All in extra water probably.
Oh yeah, like a lot of water.
Got the dog coming up.
Oh yeah. All right, we made our first vista underneath this power line with this huge dangler, whatever that is. Probably about 2.5 miles in, and we got this. That's the town that we stayed in last night. Man, I could hear this electricity crackling over my head.
You can see start to come up and you curve back around. This is an overlook. We'll come from the other direction when we're doing the Triple Crown.
Okay, so if you can see that peak way off in the distance over there, that's McAfee Knob. We're going there. Not today, but that's tomorrow, I believe. We're going to be over there. Look at this thing. We just took a break like literally 25 feet from here. We didn't even notice it was here. It's a pretty cool cave. Got a little sitting area over there. Okay. All right, here's more cool rocks. It's like a giant natural rock wall. Let's see how far this thing goes. This could be a long video. Wow, that's like precarious. Okay, it just keeps going and going. This is like Trump's border wall. Gonna have to cut the video short. All right, we got a giant valley floor surrounded by mountains. Kind of neat. We're about 8 miles into this hike, and we hit an overlook spot. Here it is. There's kind of town down there. There's a little town. So all you guys watching this video, you're kind of like down in that town, and we are your overlords up here in the mountains, looking down on you. We are your Greek gods. It's beautiful. Look at how pretty that is. A little dicey, man. I got to be careful not to get too close to this edge, because it's a 100-foot drop off right there. All right, we just had like a 1.5 mile downhill party. My front of my legs is literally like quivering right now, and now it's an uphill party. But first we go through this field of flowers. Kind of cool. All right, we made it to Lambert Meadow campsite. Shelter's just a little bit up the road, and the water source is close to being dry, but still plenty of water. And I'm all set up over here. Brought the hammock for this trip. Filtering some water right now. Jack's taking a power nap. Jeff's set up over here. He's also getting water. So this is what the area looks like. There's actually a bear box here. That's cool. Because I was just telling Jack I hate hanging a bear bag at the end of the day. But there's the bear box over there. Some other campers. We made it. 10 point something. Yay us. I think it's September 22nd. Probably already 70 degrees out. It's already a hot one. We're at Lambert Meadow Shelter. We just packed up our campsite and we're kind of up here getting organized for today's hike. And the big issue today is water, because we're hiking 10 miles and the shelter that we're going to is going to be dry. So that means, and it's a serious 10-mile hike. There's a lot of elevation gain. So this is going to be challenging to pack enough water to get through the next 2 days. So I got 4 liters. I think we're all in the same boat there. You guys got 4?
Yeah.
4 liters, 2 days. 1 gallon of water, 2 days, maximum effort. All right, update. So we just talked to another backpacker, and she said that there is water at the next shelter that we're going to, but it's just a tiny puddle. So I think all 3 of us are just gonna carry the gallon of water through this brutal day out of fear. So that's what we're doing. There's a cave. Some kind of massive overhang cliff. Just cruising along. Anytime I get like a big old rock structure like this, I'm always going to try and capture it on video. Over here is a giant boulder just precariously teetering on another boulder. That's super cool. But just making our way up this mountain to Tinker's Cliffs, which is one of the what's it called? Trifecta? Virginia Triple Crown. Yeah, we're headed that way. Got a video of you videoing.
break the matrix. That breeze is just amazing. It's almost cold because I'm soaking wet.
We're getting close to Tinker's Cliff. I'm not sure if this is it. This is cool though. I think that might be it right there, but I don't know. Whatever, man, this is awesome. We had to work to get here. All right, we just had like a 1.5 mile downhill party. My front of my legs is literally like quivering right now. And now it's an uphill party. But first we go through this field of flowers. Kind of cool. Still going uphill. Whew. I'm panting. Can hear my heartbeat in my head. It's a rigorous hike. Feels good though. Okay.
I guess sometime yesterday.
That's just Paradise Valley right there.
Yeah. Carbon's Cove. That's the water supply for Roanoke.
That's their reservoir.
Yep.
Okay. These flowers were beautiful and cute at first, but they turned on us. Now we're wading through them. So this is McAfee Knob. So I didn't notice when we started out on a hike, but this is part of the Triple Crown. Look at Jeff just casually loitering around up there. But it was Tinker Cliffs, McAfee Knob, and we still got Dragon's Tooth ahead of us. So that's all part of this Virginia Triple Crown, which is like this iconic viewpoint area of the Appalachian Trail. And we're hitting all three of them in this 75-mile trip. Right now we're just chilling up here. But yeah, if you see like a picture of, if you Google Appalachian Trail photo, you're probably gonna get this right here.
Oh, cool. I like it.
Super cool. All right, we made it to Catawba Shelter. So we're gonna try to score some water here. Word is, it's here somewhere. So, gonna hunt that down. Gentlemen, what do you think of McAfee Knob?
Very cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I loved it. Beautiful view.
Yeah. McAfee?
McAfee?
We don't know. All right, we made it to John Springs Shelter, and there's no water here. So, not a problem, because we got the word on the trail, the word on the street coming in, so we juiced up at the last shelter, and we got like 3 liters of water to get through tonight, and a 7-mile walk tomorrow to the next water source. So here's John's shelter. Today was challenging. I don't know, our last Appalachian Trail hike, I was like, Virginia's easy. We just coasted through that. It was a ridge run the whole time. And then Virginia just reminded me that it's no joke. There's a bear alert here. Black bears have been frequently seen in this area. Danger Will Robinson. Jack's powered off. Yeah. Alright, so today for dinner we're doing a peak meal. This is the pasta marinara, 1,040 calories. And we're cooking it on the tin can alcohol stove, homemade. Here it is. That's what it looks like when it's cooking. Watch out, baby. All right, we just hit the trail on Monday, September 23rd. It's 68 this morning. The temperature slated to get up to 80, so a little cooler out today. That's a welcome change, but we're expecting rain basically for the rest of the trip. I don't know, intermittent or some kind of rain performance. We'll see what happens. But, you know, again, mixed blessing because the trail's been dry. So it'll be nice to have some reassurance that when you get to wherever you're going, there's going to be water there. So like today, we're hiking 7 miles. We think there's water. We don't know. So we've had to carry more water than we normally would in an abundance of caution. And then the terrain in Virginia compared to last trip was like a breeze, man. We got really pampered. I didn't even realize how spoiled we were. And I was like, starting to think Virginia was going to be super easy, but nope, Virginia is back with a vengeance. It's teaching us a lesson out here this time. Very aggressive terrain. McAfee Knob yesterday, that was super cool, iconic spot. It was just crazy how nonchalant some of the other hikers were approaching that ledge. They were basically like dancing out there. I don't know if it was bravado or what, but yeah, I got scared looking at them. But we were like a little more cautious. We all got our pictures out there, which was awesome. And then last night we pulled into camp. There was this huge widowmaker, like kind of a little off to the side of Jack's tent. And we were joking around about it last night. And then at 4 in the morning, man, something crashed. I mean, major noise. I thought that was it for Jack. Thought he was impaled inside his tent, but no, we never found out what it was. Something huge fell down somewhere very close to us. That's like a little reminder that, you know, you're out in God's country. So it's the wild. Take a look around. Just woods hiking today. A little close to town, so we got a little bit of road noise going on over there. But anyway, that's the morning briefing. That's where we're at so far. It's like a 13-point-something mile day today, I think. So very aggressive. Our longest day. That's why I'm getting my chipper video out of the way this morning, because this afternoon it's going to be grumpy, Will. So we'll talk to you later. Watch Jeff circumvent this jagged edge. All right, well played. Hiker Jeff does whatever a Hiker Jeff does.
There you go.
Nice.
There's an alternate there, I don't know.
It's going. Oh my God, now I gotta do that. You guys are probably sick of seeing this dragon's tooth ascent, but this thing is next level. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this since the High Peaks region in the Adirondacks. It is very aggressive. I can't film a lot of it because it's like technical. Okay, I think that's dragon's tooth. It's a pretty cool area. Kind of like a beach down here. Dragon tooth. And then dragon tooth and this other mountain kind of frame out a little backdrop. And evidently you can summit dragon's tooth. You climb up to the top of that thing, but that's not really my jam, so I'm not going to be doing that. Alright, I lied. I went halfway up Dragon's Tooth. And it wasn't too bad, the half I did, but then to get up to the peak, which is up there, that's a little crazy. So we're not doing that. But a pretty cool view from inside the tooth. I'm like a whale cavity right now inside this dragon tooth. Let me tell you something, the hike up here was brutal. Next level. But pretty cool. Alright, I lied. I went halfway up Dragon's Tooth, and it wasn't too bad, the half I did, but then to get up to the peak, which is up there, that's a little crazy, so we're not doing that. But a pretty cool view from inside the tooth. I'm like a whale cavity right now inside this dragon tooth. Let me tell you something, the hike up here was brutal. Next level. But pretty cool. Alright, Tuesday, September 23rd. We didn't video anything coming off the Gapey Knob because it pretty much rained from there to the shelter. We're at Pickle Branch Shelter now. So today is I think like a 10-point-something mile day. It's still raining out. Rained all late last night. And we're probably going to be hiking in the rain today. But probably no video today because I don't have a waterproof case for my phone anymore. So this could be it. It's supposed to rain for the rest of the trip, really. Video over. Jack, how'd you sleep last night?
Terrible.
How would you describe hiking conditions today?
Wet, hot, and sticky.
Yeah, like maximum moistness.
Sweaty.
Yes. Yeah.
Tough.
Me too, man. I had to sleep in a hammock last night because I don't have a sleeping pad. I just have an underquilt, so the shelter's not an option. Well, I was out there. But I think we're going to get this all day. Basically, maximum humidity, but no actual precipitation until tonight. But I am like totally gross. Maximum grossness right now. Oh, yeah. I smell so bad. All right, I'm going to try to break down this situation a little clearer for you guys at home. So, this is our 4th day out here. So day 1 through 2.5 was a drought and hot. It was hot out, mid-80s and very humid. So all 3 of us are sweating profusely and we're having to carry more water, more weight in our packs because there's no water. So, you know, it makes you work even harder. You're sweating more. So it rained yesterday afternoon, and I mean, we were already, like, all our clothes were already soaked from sweat for 2 days, and then we got drenched with rain, so it was almost like we got a little wash off. But so this is day, what, 4? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yeah, it's day 4, and we're still wearing the same perspiration and rain soaked clammy clothing, sweating profusely. So, I mean, it's hard to imagine how gross you feel when you're sitting in your couch watching this video, but it's gross. Maximum grossness. So the good news is that we did get rain, and like before, we couldn't even, normally when I get into camp at night, I'll go to the water source, go downstream a little bit from where everybody's filling their canteens, and kind of clean myself up. Probably not ATC approved, but whatever. Haven't been able to do that because there's only one little water puddle that everybody's trying to get their drinking water out of. So, you obviously don't want to clean up there. So, I don't know. So, we got rain. It's going to rain again tonight. So, hopefully, I know we're not going to dry out. We might not dry out for the rest of this trip. We might be wearing the same clammy clothes. And changing into those clothes in the morning, like, it's nice. You got some dry clothes that you're sleeping in. But in the morning, man, you wake up and you got to put on your cold, smelly, clammy hiking uniform. It's the worst feeling, man. That might be the worst part of my day. So, I don't know if I'm painting a picture, but that's the conditions out here. It's gross. Here's the Audie Murphy Memorial. World War II veteran. Extremely decorated. I think at one point he took 100 German prisoners by himself. And I guess he died in an airplane crash near this area. But they have a little memorial set up for him here on top of this mountain. Turn of events. Jeff is not feeling well. Hasn't been for a couple of days now. And I mean, to the guy's credit, he just had gut surgery like 5 weeks ago. It's a miracle he's out here. And then on top of that, we just found out that there's a hurricane that's headed towards his house. Should be there in a couple of days. So I think he's going to be getting a shuttle and going off trail, and it's just going to be me and Jack going forward. Yeah, bad news. We're going to miss Jeff out here.
Yeah, spent the night last night at midday shelter. Had a couple different groups of older ladies roll in. One much later than the other. They were a little worried about her getting through a section of rocks, but everybody made it in. Probably had about 10 people at camp. Everybody kind of seeking shelter from all the rain. Some of them set up tents. I stayed the night in the shelter. Will in the hammock. Just hard rain through the night. Big branches coming down out of trees. So I was glad to be under cover. A little break in the weather right now as we're getting started, but I think they're calling for more today. Here we go.
Yeah, pretty mild out last night. I mean, again though, it's really stunk waking up this morning and putting on that wet hiking uniform. I did have fresh socks and underwear that I changed into, but they're soaked already, so it didn't matter. Yeah, forgot to mention, I think today's Wednesday the 25th. So it's raining now. Pretty much expecting more of this for the next couple of days. There's actually a hurricane is coming this way, so I don't know. We might have to cut it short. We'll see. We gotta play it by ear. But this might be the end of the videotaping for today because of my non-waterproof camera. Basically expecting this all day. Okay, we made it to the top of the ledges. Here's our mountain view. Still raining. Now we're hiking past a whole bunch of, we're on top of a mountain. We're running a ridge line right now. And there's a whole bunch of rock piles just randomly all over the top of this mountain. Definitely man-made, like somebody stacked these things up. But I have no idea why. Theories in the comment section. Jack suspects this is where the chief is buried. Almost went down right there. That's probably the highlight of our day right there. That's the biggest view we're gonna get. The rest of the day, that. At least the rain has held off. It's been like a little pitter patter here and there, but just enough to keep you wet, really. But not like a downpour. So hopefully that keeps up until we get camp set up tonight. We'll see. But you haven't really seen a lot of videoing because I'm just really trying to keep my phone dry. And I mean, everything about me is soaked right now. All our gear is soaked. Everything's wet except our precious like sleep systems and Long John sleepwear, which is like gold at the end of a day like this, man. To slip into some dry clothes and a dry sleeping bag. Oh yeah, it's like, I'm looking forward to it. But you're pretty much seeing our hiking day. I didn't record, we had some rock scrambles earlier, which are disconcerting in this kind of weather, because they're slick. So, you know, you're kind of like on a ridge line, and it's a sloped, you know, giant boulder that you're trying to traverse across, and we had quite a few of them, and it's just precarious. So you're definitely not going to get any filming of that. Thankfully we made it through okay, and it's been kind of an uneventful day, just strolling along. But there you go. That's probably going to be it for today. I mean, I might show the shelter when we get there, but I'm not expecting anything other than what you're seeing right now for the remainder. Talk to you later. All right, I lied. I lied about not taking any more video. It's a shocker. Kind of a cool pasture view. You can see half of that mountain over there before you hit that layer of cloud. Look at this tree. And the Keebler elf that lives in it. That's probably the best mountain view so far of the trip today. Yeah, totally unexpected. We're just crossing a cow field, and it's probably like the third time I videoed this, but it's really just an excuse to take a break. Jack's right next to me. He doesn't know though. Kelly Knob view, 120 yards. No view today though. It's actually raining out right now. It torrentially downpoured last night. I don't think I videoed the shelter because it was such a mess. What do you say, Jack?
Yeah, tons and tons of rain last night. Let up a little bit this morning, but we're going to be walking in it all day again.
Whew. Last day though, we're definitely hiking out today. There's a hurricane coming this way. All right, September 26th, 66 degrees out and raining. Yeah, we're hiking out. We're gonna cut it a day short, but right now we're both completely soaked, and I mean it's pretty temperate, you know, 66 degrees, so not a problem. But we did manage to keep all our sleeping gear bone dry, so our, you know, whatever clothes we need to stay warm and dry at night, and our sleeping bags. So I mean, if we needed to, we could continue and we'd be fine, and I'm plenty warm enough just hiking along today. I mean, if it was like 40 degrees out, you would have to be moving non-stop. And as soon as you got to camp, you'd be on a timer to get your situation set up and getting your dry clothes, or you'd be like majorly chilled. But as it is, not a problem. It's just sad. So we're just gonna stop the pain, especially you know, we got a hurricane coming in. I think it'll be here tomorrow-ish, so we really don't want to be day hiking like 15 miles in a hurricane. Probably tropical storm weather here. So anyway, that's where we're at. Here's the view from the trail today. Yeah. Ooh, there's a deer. I don't know if I caught it. Let's see if I can zoom in on him.
Yes, they're looking at it.
Yeah. Deer in the mist. It's probably like the 12th one we've seen on this trip. They're ubiquitous out here. But, yeah, it kind of does not matter if you got waterproof stuff on or not. It's like a day like today. I mean, wow, this is like our 4th day in the pouring rain. And you're just going to get soaked. Like Jack's, oh, there's 2 deer. Yeah. Jack's got waterproof boots on. Doesn't matter. I got a poncho. Doesn't matter. You're going to get soaked. Waterproof's good for like 1 day. After that, it just gets through. The water gets through. But kind of sad it's our last day out here, even though you know, we're both definitely ready to get off trail. I don't know. I have mixed feelings. You know, I love hiking and camping, and even though it was a little arduous and character building this time, I still love it. I still love coming out here. So cool trip, very memorable. All right, here's another concern that we were up against with continuing to hike tomorrow. So this should be, it's like a tiny creek. Thank God there's a bridge here. If there's no bridge here, we'd be trapped. Like, there's no way you're getting across that. So, yeah, the conditions are only going to deteriorate. Tomorrow's going to be worse. We probably had, if I had to guess, I'd say it's got to be at least a foot of rain over the past 2 days. So, yeah, if we were going to try to hike that 14 point whatever tomorrow, you know, you get like 10 miles out there, and boom, you hit this with no bridge. Then you got a situation. So, wise call on discontinuing the trip when we did. Plus, like, all the rocks that we're hitting are slick as hell. I mean, they're moss covered, leaves on them, and they're just roots are all slippery. It's a miracle that nobody's got an ass over tea kettle in the last 4 days. I mean, we're not done yet, knock on wood. But yeah, definitely a smart old man move calling it when we did. It was a wise thing to do. All right, we made it back to the hostel. We cut it short. What do you think? Was it 60 something miles?
Yeah, we did maybe like 62 miles.
What'd you think?
Just crazy how it went from very hot and dry and short on water the first couple days to just rain for the past 4 days. Overflowing creeks and everything you have is wet.
Yes.
But a lot of fun. Missed Jeff yesterday and last night in camp. But yeah, good trip.
Yeah, same deal. Yeah, I missed Jeff, and I wish he would have been there with us. But you know, yeah, same exact thoughts, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how diametrically opposed. Like, when I was planning the trip, I was worried about a drought, and then how it completely 180 to the biggest problem was like too much water. So, but overall, yeah, really. I know, like, it's gonna sound like I'm just saying this for YouTube, but I genuinely enjoy these trips. I like going out there with you guys, and I had a good time.
Yeah, me too. And you know, we were all there together for the kind of the most anticipated part of the trip, which was the Triple Crown, and we had excellent views off of each one of the 3 mountains. So that was great.
Yeah, and this trip means the Triple Crown's completed. That means we are a third of the way through the entire trail, right?
Yeah.
So we crossed over the 700-mile mark as a team on this trip, so that's kind of significant.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, well, see you in the spring.
Yeah, see you next time. Thanks.